What if I told you that right now, in this exact moment, this exact point in time, the biggest wealth transfer in a generation is quietly being set up? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. And it's not happening in the news. It's not happening in Twitter, and it's not in any bank room, boardroom. It's happening in a market most people either dismissed or completely stopped watching. And here's the thing that nobody's talking about. The last time things looked exactly like this, people who paid attention changed their lives forever. People who didn't watched it happen from the sidelines. I'm going to give you 10 facts right now, not opinions, not hype, not facts, nothing that you'll see on X. There's no sponsorship here. No one can buy this channel, but yet we always beat the market. And by fact number 10, I promise you, you're going to understand something that most people will never understand. And until it's already too late. So stay with me. Every single one of these builds on the last. So don't skip ahead. Fact 10 only lands if you've heard everything before. Are you ready? Time to tap the like button. Time to share this out. Time to grab a cup of tea. I'll be back right after this for the big event. We're getting ready for something that no one is paying attention to. If you're watching this later on, you can skip this part and save yourself a few minutes. Put the kettle on and join me for a great day. Here we go. What a day for XRP, Bitcoin, maybe Zebic too. We'll discuss all of that on the show. There's a lot to do. There's a lot going on. So thank you for being here. Have you all tapped the like button? So what if I told you that right now, in this exact moment, in fact, you've got to be prepared, folks. Markets are always 6 to 7 months ahead. I'm always 1 month ahead of that. The biggest wealth transfer in a generation is quietly being set up. Not in the news, not on Twitter, not in any bank. All what you see on Twitter is just noise and idiots trying to get clicks, for God's sake. Means absolutely nothing. It's happening in a market most people aren't even aware of, or have dismissed completely, or completely stopped watching. It's always the same. And here's the thing that nobody's talking about. The last time things looked exactly like this, people who paid attention changed their lives. People who didn't watched it happen from the sidelines. Absolutely. We don't make that mistake here on the show. I'm going to give you 10 facts today, right now, not hype, facts. Fact check by me, my own research, and by fact 10, I promise you, you're going to understand something that most people never understand. So, and it's nearly too late. So stay with me. Every single one of these facts builds on the last one. Don't skip ahead. You can if you want. Doesn't bother me. Fact number 10 only works and makes sense if you heard everything before. It knits it all together. So let's get straight into it. It's going to be a great day. I'm really excited. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. How many times have you heard someone say, I missed Bitcoin at $1,000. I knew Ethereum early, but never bought. I should have paid attention. How many people have heard that? And every time another round builds up, people miss it. Okay? So think about this. Maybe that person is you. Is it you? Put in the chat. This is all done live, unedited, unscripted. Put that in the chat if you thought about buying Bitcoin, thought about buying XRP, thought about buying Ethereum at some point in history and didn't do it. And then you ended up buying it when it was 20, 30, 40, 50% higher than when you first thought about it. If that was you, be honest, say yes. So here's what they all had in common. This could be you I'm talking about. They had the information, they just didn't act on it. Maybe because they simply didn't believe it. And remember, like I've said on this show time and time again, I don't actually have to own crypto. I've made and outperformed the market with Coca-Cola and the S&P 500, simply buying at the right time. I always buy the bottom, and we teach it every day on Discord. And today I've opened up Discord again. There were no places for 3 days. We now have 2 spots available today if you want to join. There's Discord. No increase in price ever. It's just a couple of bucks. No AI, no bots, live one-on-one support with me and all my team. So there you go. If you want all my trades, there's YouTube as well, and there's X and Instagram. I've gone sort of semi-viral at the moment on Instagram. It's really cool, gaining about 50 to 100 followers every single day. Hello, what's this?
At Diesel_Ada tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. My children wanted to say hello. They love the show.
Hello, children. Diesel Raider, what's their names? Put their names in the chat and I'll read their names out in a second. So here we go. So today I'm not here to predict or guess. So if you think I'm going to be a YouTuber that tells you what to do, I'm not, even though we always win. I'm not going to be one of those guys who comes on here and tells you the price predictions, even though I can see XRP going to $5, $3 in the very short term. I can see that, but you're not going to hear from me 1,000 or 10,000 or 1,000,000. And Bitcoin, I can see that going back to 100,000. That's it. That's enough for me. I'm very, very happy with that. I'm not a financial advisor. You all know I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not here to tell you what to do. I share my journey with you, and you follow or not, it's up to you. But we have beaten the market for 3 years in a row, and we have beaten Warren Buffett for 3 years in a row live on the show. So what I am is someone who's obsessed with patterns. I love patterns. I love numbers. It's what I do. And the pattern right now is unmistakable. So here are the 10 facts you need to understand right now. Let's break it down. Here is fact number 1. Are you excited? I'm excited. Shall we get straight into it? Or should we wait for everyone to tap the like button? Shall we? All right, let's do it. Fact number one, Bitcoin was born in a crisis. This is important to understand. Let's start at the beginning. At the beginning, we can understand it. All right. Number one, the global financial system is collapsing. Banks are being bailed out with your money. People are losing homes, savings, retirement funds, and in the middle of all that chaos, someone or a group of people operating under the name Satoshi Nakamoto quietly published a 9-page document, a white paper. It proposed a system of money that didn't need banks, need governments, didn't need trust in institutions, that had just proven they didn't deserve it. Just mathematics, code, and cryptography. This wasn't just a tech experiment. This was a direct response to the failure of the system we all depend on. Think about that. Bitcoin didn't come from Silicon Valley, optimism. It came from anger, and you can exploit anger. This is very, very important to understand. From a broken moment in history. And that origin, that story, it matters more today than ever because we are in another moment of uncertainty. It's happening again. And people are asking the same questions they were asking in 2008. Where is my money actually safe? So massive amounts of people can exploit this situation. All right, let's now go into fact number two. Tap the like button if you like this stuff and consider subscribing. Unedited, unscripted, live with a live audience being made to help you. I will do live Q&A in between each of these. So fact number two, the hardest money ever created. Think about that. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Satoshi didn't just create a new currency, he built scarcity into the code itself. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. Not 21 million, billion, not 21 trillion, 21 million. And that's it. Now for context, there are roughly 8 billion people on this planet. That's less than 3 Bitcoin for every 1,000 people on Earth. Think about that for a moment. Let that just settle in. And here's what most people don't realize. Over 90% of that supply has already been mined. We are in the final stretch of Bitcoin supply ever hitting circulation. Now compare that to traditional money. The US Federal Reserve printed more dollars in 2020 alone than in the previous entire centuries combined. I mean, that's worth thinking about, isn't it? One system inflates endlessly and the other cannot. So when you understand scarcity like this, really understand it. It changes how you see everything that follows. Hold that thought. We're coming back to that one in a little bit. This is now fact number 3. At the end of this, I will answer all your questions and go live to you. Please tap the like button if you like this. We've got 47 likes. What the hell's going on? Everyone smash the like button. That's absolutely rubbish. And consider subscribing as well if you want real, live, unedited, unscripted news that happens live with you. Here we go. Fact number 3. The halving clock is ticking. Every 4 years, something happens in Bitcoin that almost nobody in mainstream finance talks about. It's called the halving. Many of you here, I'm sure, are aware of it. Here's how it actually works. Bitcoin miners, the people and companies running the computers that process transactions, they get rewarded with new Bitcoin for doing that work. That's important. Every 4 years, that reward gets cut in half. Less new Bitcoin entering the market, but the same demand, less supply. Now let's look at what history says happened after every single halving. After 2012, Bitcoin rose over 8,000%. After 2016, over 2,900%. We have a question here from a special guest. Let me just read this out. Here we go.
Adjiko Vallejo tipped MX $100 through Super Chat. Margarita Day directly from Merida, Yucatan. I love the Satoshi stories. Blessings and good fortune to all the Martyn Lucas community.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you so much indeed. Let's come back to this. That's really appreciate that. This will promote the video, get it out to more people, and it keeps this whole channel alive. Thank you so much. So after 2016, over 2,900%. After 2020, over 700%. Each cycle, the gains get smaller. Have you ever noticed that? That's important. That's important to understand that. The gains get smaller as the market matures. That's normal. That's good. That's what you need. Markets grow up. We've often talked about it on the channel. But here's the critical part. We are inside that window right now. The last halving happened in April 2024. Historically, the 12 to 18 months following a halving are when the biggest price movements occur. The clock is already running and most people, they're not watching it. Focus on other things, the war, the distraction. We'll be talking about that later on today. Has all this been about taking over oil, supplying oil from the United States? Got a big story coming out on that later on today. So fact number 4, tap the like button and consider subscribing. I will come to the live Q&A at the end of this. We're nearly through. Fact number 4, the internet of money. Now let's talk about the biggest name in crypto. Ethereum. It's not Bitcoin. It's not XRP. It's not Zebek. It is, in fact, Ethereum. When most people hear crypto, they think Bitcoin. But Ethereum did something completely different. I hold Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP for full clarity. Bitcoin gave us digital money. I prefer to call it digital capital, to be quite frank, but digital money is what many think of it as. Ethereum gave us programmable money. That's important. We'll explain that now. Think about what that means. With Ethereum, developers can write code. It's called smart contracts that execute final agreements automatically. No lawyers, no banks, and no middlemen. If condition A is met, action B happens instantly. Transparency, just very simple, straightforward, no emotions attached. On a global ledger, this single idea unleashed an entire new financial ecosystem, decentralized finance, where people can lend, borrow, and earn interest without a single bank being involved. NFTs, digital ownership of anything, entire new business models that didn't exist 5 years ago. Ethereum isn't just a coin, it's infrastructure. It's more like owning a piece of the internet in 1995 than it is like owning a stock. And that analogy I want you to think about for a moment as we move on to fact number 5. Tap the like button. Come on, folks, you're very slow this morning. 64 likes, everyone's half asleep. Consider subscribing as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Here is fact number 5. Ethereum gets more scarce every day. Most people say it doesn't. I'll explain how it actually does get more scarce every single day. Here's something that almost nobody in mainstream media explains properly. Yeah, lots of people talk about it on X and say all sorts of stupid stuff for clicks, but it's not true. And I don't even know why they do it, because you earn nothing on X. It just makes people feel important. The reason why they do it is they're sponsored by people behind the scenes. I'm sponsored by nobody. I refuse it every day. This is the only crypto channel over 100,000 subscribers in the world that is not sponsored, and it never will be either. Important that, all right? So anyway, mainstream media never gets this right. They do not. After an upgrade called the Merge in 2022, Ethereum fundamentally changed how it works. It used to require massive energy to run. It used to. Now it doesn't. But the hidden effect, what you're not thinking about, is the way Ethereum now processes transactions actually burns Ethereum. It didn't used to do that. It does that now. It actually burns Ethereum, destroys it permanently, which means in periods of high network activity, more Ethereum can be destroyed than created. Important to understand, the supply can actually shrink. Imagine a company where shares are being automatically retired every day. That's what deflationary pressure looks like. So Bitcoin has a fixed scarcity built in by design, but Ethereum has dynamic scarcity driven by usage. Two different mechanisms, same result, less supply over time. Please tap the like button, as we now got 76 likes. We're going to hit 100 in a minute and get suggested on YouTube, which would be great, as this is the most honest information you're ever going to get in the crypto space, all right? Also, consider subscribing if you like live, unedited, unsponsored, real information brought to 100,000 people plus every single day. Fact number 6, XRP. XRP is built for institutional speed. If you are an XRP investor, put in the chat XRP. Let me know you are here. All right, that would be absolutely fantastic to let me know if the XRP army is here today. We have the XRP investors here in our channel. Built for institutional speed. Okay. So let's talk now about XRP, and let's be real. This one is controversial. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do. You can decide in the chat, are you investing in XRP? XRP can settle a transaction in 3 to 5 seconds, and the cost, fractions of a cent. Compare that to Bitcoin, 10 minutes, sometimes longer. International bank wire, 1 to 5 business days. We're talking about technology that is categorically faster than the system every major bank in the world currently uses. But here's what matters for XRP. XRP wasn't designed to compete with your local bank. It wasn't. It was designed to be used by banks to move value between institutions across borders in real time. The financial system moves trillions of dollars every single day, and most of it moves through infrastructure built in the 1970s. What are we talking about? We are talking about Swift. In the chat, I see everyone is putting XRP. Okay, if we have any Ethereum investors here, say Ethereum. If we have Bitcoin, say Bitcoin. If we have Zebic, say Zebic. These are all the payment systems. Put in the chat your coin or put all three, okay? So Swift we're talking about. The system banks use to communicate was created 50 years ago. XRP is positioning itself as the upgrade. Whether it fully achieves that, we'll see. But the reason institutions are watching it closely is not hype. Remember, I spoke about this. It's all about efficiency. Fact number 7, tap the like button, get yourself rocking and rolling. We're now at 88 likes. We're about to get suggested on YouTube. And consider subscribing if you are you enjoy live, real crypto information or financial information based on facts, done our own research, no sponsored here, always live, not edited, just done live in front of you. So number 7, Ripple isn't fighting banks, it's arming them. It's arming them. This is a critical distinction that gets lost in the noise. Certainly on X, a lot of crypto projects want to disrupt banks. Ripple, the company behind XRP, wants to work with them. That changes everything about how you evaluate it and understand it. Ripple has active partnerships with financial institutions in over 55 countries. It's already being used in real-world cross-border payment corridors happening right now. And after years of legal battle with the SEC, which created massive amounts of uncertainty, you know, we did the petition for it and was part of bringing it all down. You may remember that. There's been significant progress towards regulatory clarity. When regulatory clouds lift on something with real institutional adoption, that's a combination worth paying attention to. Now, I'm not saying it's risk-free. It's not. I have said on this channel repeatedly, I can actually make more money with the S&P and Coca-Cola. Now, that sounds ridiculous, but I can, and I've done it for 3 years in a row. You've all seen me do it by buying at the right time. I always buy the bottom. I teach you how to do it in our Discord. There's 2 spots available today. It's always sold out. It's always limited because we're now approaching maximum supply. There is Discord, and there is YouTube membership if you'd like to get all my trades 24/7, one-on-one support and everything. There's my X and Instagram, of which I've gone viral on two videos on X and Instagram. It's really, really cool. Yesterday, it was brilliant. So I'm not saying any of this is risk-free. It most certainly isn't. Nothing in this space is. But the use case is real. The adoption is real. And the upside, if it captures even a fraction of the global payment flow, you do the maths. Fact number 8. I will go to live Q&A in a second, and then we got Discord event with one-on-one support, live training, no AI, no bots, just me and my team. Please tap the like button. We're at 99 likes now. We're about to get suggested on YouTube, and it will start to rally. And consider subscribing as well. I'll show you how many people subscribed at the end of this live stream, which would be nice to share with you, right? So here's fact number 8. For those of you watching later on a video, I'm going to say to you this. By the time you read about it, it's already happening. This is the fact I want you to really absorb. In every single major crypto cycle in history, Bitcoin started moving before the headlines arrived, before CNBC covered it, before your coworker mentioned it, before the Google searches spiked. So here's how the cycle always plays out. First, the quiet accumulation phase. Prices are flat, volume is low, and people are bored. The people who understand what's coming, they're buying. I'm not buying. I'm already in, by the way. I'm already in at the bottom. I'm not buying. That's the early move. Prices start climbing, and they've been climbing slowly, steadily. You've seen it. You've watched it over the last month. We're slowly, steadily seeing the pattern repeat itself once again. Let me just read this comment.
At Diesel_Ada tipped $1.99 through Super Chat. Wake up everyone. Martyn is spitting fire/facts.
I
Fire
love
emoji.
it. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much for that. Right, let's carry on. All right. The smart money is already in. Yes, I'm already in. I bought the bottom. I'm not buying now. There's no need. I've got enough to make me richer than I ever need or ever deserve to be, in fact. Most people still aren't paying attention at this stage. Then the media phase. Oh, this is where it gets exciting. Headlines hit, retail floods in, prices explode. This is when it feels safe. This is also when the real gains have already been made. I'm not buying. You won't see me here. You'll see me trimming here. Then the crash. Yep, just before that. Everyone who bought the headlines, they hold the bag. The question isn't whether the cycle is real. History answers that. The question is, where are you right now in the cycle? Fact number 9, I will come to all the live comments and questions in a moment. Please tap the like button if you like real live news. 109 now, we did it. We're now getting suggested on YouTube. And consider subscribing as well. We are very proud that we have the tick behind us, the 100 plaque, the 100,000 plaque, and the tick, which from YouTube that is, which means our content is genuine and authentic. We do it live, we do it real. There's no AI, there's no bots. I'm here talking to you, doing my research, presenting it all live, without a team of editors, not 1 or 2 videos a week, just live 12 hours a day, bringing you the news. So fact number 9, the rules of the game just changed. Here's what is genuinely different about this cycle. This isn't 2017. We have a star guest. We have a star guest. This is helping to grow the channel. Thank you so much for this.
Adjiko Vallejo tipped $100 through Super Chat. Current margaritas are just awesomely delicious. Treat yourself to one.
I will. Thank you so much indeed. Me and Leah will go to the cocktail bar tonight on you, Jacko. That's very, very kind. Thank you very much indeed. So, things are different. This is not 2017. This isn't a retail-driven mania built on memes and FOMO. Things are different. We are now seeing institutional infrastructure being built at scale. Bitcoin ETFs approved, over 50 billion in inflows in the first year alone. BlackRock, Fidelity, the largest asset managers on the planet, as I like to say, in the world, now have products that put Bitcoin in retirement accounts. Think about what that means. Every week, money is being automatically allocated into Bitcoin through pension funds and 401k products. Think about that for the moment. It's important. Systematically, quietly, and at scale. This is not retail speculation. This is capital. And capital at this scale doesn't just move prices temporarily, it changes the floor permanently. When institutional money enters an asset class, it doesn't leave easily. These aren't people panic selling at 3 a.m. The structure of this market is different now, and that matters enormously for what comes next. Finally, fact number 10, and I will come to comments and questions in a moment. Fact number 10. So here we go. And here we are. I told you it would lead to the best one. Now it'll all make sense for you that watched all the way through. Fact 10. I told you at the start, this one only lands and makes sense if you heard everything before it. And now you have. So let me show you the pattern. Every major crypto breakout in history has had the same setup. Every single one. So let's break it down. Step 1, a catalyst. A crisis, a technological leap, a regulatory shift. Bitcoin in 2008, Ethereum's launch, the 2020 halving. There's always a reason the next chapter begins. Step 2, a long, painful sideways period, weeks, sometimes months. People lose interest. Media moves on. It looks dead. Step 3, a violent, sudden move upward, seemingly out of nowhere. To people who weren't watching, to people who were watching, it was inevitable. And step 4, the headlines catch up, and by then the move is already 50%, 100%, 300% in. Now, look at where we are today. Bitcoin halving, complete institutional infrastructure built, Ethereum supply, contracting, XRP, legal overhang lifting, retail sentiment exhausted and disinterested. The last one is the most important signal of all. The best time to be in the markets is when nobody wants to talk about it anymore. So we are. There is your 10 facts today. Let me now wrap this up. So let me leave this with you, and then I'll go to comments and questions in the chat. Oh, we got a star guest. Here we go.
At Tidy Big Dog tipped £1.99 through Super Chat. Have some as an edge.
Thank you very much, Tidy Big Dog. So let me leave this with you. My final thoughts. I can't tell you when it happens. Nobody can. I can't tell you it's risk-free. Nothing is. What I can tell you based on the data, based on the history, based on the infrastructure of this market right now is that the setup is in place. The question isn't if crypto has another major breakout. The question is whether you are positioned before it happens. Not after the headlines, not after your friend texts you about it, but before. The people who change their financial lives in this space, they're never the ones who waited until it felt safe. They're They're the ones who understood the pattern early and had the conviction to act on it. Now you have the 10 facts. You understand the pattern. What you do next is up to you. I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope that was of some value to everybody. I really do appreciate it. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to live comments. As I wrap it up, send you to the extra channel for the next part of the day. We got reviews today, legal and general, resolve. We got the war issue. Was it all about Trump actually trying to bring oil back to America and completely ending the Middle East? That's coming up as well. In between this, I will send you to the extra channel where you can see the beginning of this. If you missed it, it's a replay of the event. It's happening live right now. This is it. Look here. I will show you on the screen. This is where we are right now on the extra channel. I'll give this to you now. A Discord is now closed. The 2 spaces have gone. There's no more today, so don't click on Discord. You'll be in a queue if you do, all right, which you can do, but there are no spaces. We're going now live to extra. Let me put it in the chat. Live now. I'm going to go to the comments first of all. Live now on extra. To repeat what you've just missed from the very beginning, for those of you that weren't here, let me pin that in the chat for you. If you're watching on the phone, please consider hitting the icon and joining me here on the main big screen for the widescreen version. All right. So now I'm going to go to comments and questions. So now because I want to answer everybody's question live, we're going to go to members only. Oh, we've got another special guest. Oh, the super chats are going up. This is going to really push out today's video. Good news for crypto.
Adjiko Vallejo tipped MX $200 through Super Chat. Based on the data after those 10 facts, you might need 2 current margaritas. Loved the points.
Thank you so much indeed. You're now promoting the live stream. These super chats, because YouTube get a commission, they push it out to more people. And this video will start to go a little bit higher today. Might reach 10,000, all these super chats, which would be great, right? For crypto, certainly. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to move to members only. And I'm going to answer everyone's questions, okay? So if you are a member, please repeat your question now. If you've already said it, please now say it again, because I'm not going to scroll all the way through the list. Please now give me your question or comment, and I'll read it out again. This is my portfolio. Am I beating the market again? I'm always beating the market, nearly every single day. No, I'm matching the market. Well, I'm about to beat it. But I'm currently matching the market, or very slightly behind it, actually. Very slightly behind it. What is happening is my Coca-Cola is starting to break out. This is going all the way to $90. As you can see, I'm going to make an absolute fortune on this. My portfolio is going to go to 1 million. Have we got no questions, no comments? It doesn't look like we do. And if we don't, there's no point hanging around. I will move on. Doesn't look like anybody wants to ask a question or have a comment read out. So what I will do is I will go over to extra. I will do my daily briefing for my Electrum members. This is my portfolio. I started with $5,000, no options, no short, and haven't made any real money yet on XRP, on crypto. This is all stocks and shares. By buying the bottom at the right time, you can outperform the market.
Adjiko Vallejo tipped MX $200 through Super Chat. Why not 20,000?
20,000? You know what? It's more likely now because of the support. When you super chat the shows, YouTube get a commission, and it goes. They start to promote it. So it's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much indeed. Right, guys. What we're going to do now then is send everyone to extra. And like before this morning, after the opening bell, when you went to extra, I gave you the link, so you had this event before anybody else. That's why you didn't miss it. All right, so I'm now going to do this now. Give everybody the link to extra. Join me there. I'll give you the link for the next one. We got loads of reviews coming up. We got earnings coming up, and you're going to love it. Some big stories today. All right, guys, I'll see you back in a minute. No one gave me a question or a comment, so can you tell me more about the crash? Oh yes. So I'm preparing for this now. I've been moving into defensive play, taking all my profit, going into Bitcoin. You've seen me, sorry, going into Coca-Cola because it's undervalued. It's going to $90, and it'll be the least affected by a crash. It'll still crash, but by nowhere near as much as crypto. So we're trimming, we're taking our profits as it goes, and we're building our portfolio. That's why you see my portfolio consistently going up. Beating the market, I've beaten Buffett 3 years in a row, and all hedge funds, and the S&P 500. So we're already ahead of the game. The market is 6 months ahead of the economy. I'm 1 month ahead of the market. That's what I try to do. And it's not hard to do either if you put the work in. So I'm already trimming. I'm going into Coca-Cola. That's going to $90 plus my dividend. And you also know I've got some money in treasury bills as well, earning a guaranteed 3.55, which is better than the 3.35 I'm getting on Robinhood. Makes sense, right? See you all now on Extra. It will take you there automatically, and be back with the next one. I'll post the link as soon as it's done. Takes me no time at all. So enjoy what you've just missed, and coming up will be my next event, which will be very shortly. All right, that's it from me. I'll be on Discord in between. Discord will be in 15 minutes time. So join me on Discord in 15 minutes for the morning show, doing one-on-one training, one-on-one support, showing you all my trade setups, everything I'm doing. I only show in Discord and Electrum members on YouTube. That's it. We don't publicize it. We don't get front run, and we're not here to sell clicks. We're here to help our viewers. That's it. Right. See you on Discord in 15 minutes. See you back after that for the next event. Oil, Trump, plus Legal and General Review and Resolve, plus the earnings tonight. Loads of stuff coming up. Stay with me. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.